All right, so printer is done. It just started moving. So the next step is we need to do some calibration. For the calibration, I'm gonna use something like this. This was what I made to mount a pen to the platform, so we can actually test, some like calibration because it's delta. So when you print something, the axis can be slightly up, or this is the x-axis and y-axis. Sometimes it draws some little arch as well. As we're gonna print clay, clay is more forgiving, but at least we need to do some sort of calibration. For that, you need this and have a pen. Any pen will be fine, and two and four, I think this is 20 volt. Anything will be fine, but like it should be just long enough to mount this one here and here. For this one, even you don't really need a wrench because it doesn't have it super tight. Once you put the pen, there are little, you can actually mount the pen, and this is time. You can use some rubber band, zip ties, and anything. Then put the pen and just use a rubber band to just hold it here. It doesn't have to be super tight. And also the rubber band is just good because if it has a little tension, if you use elastic band, you will have a little up and down. So if you move a little too much down, you will see like it's getting close to the bed. And I placed the pen here. And I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay. So this is my screen. I'm using Repetier host. You can download this one. Wait a second. Let me stop the share and then let me find the website. I had to open the page for you. All right. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so here is the the website. You can download the Repetier. Like we use the firmware, and now it's time to use the host based on your for your OS. Download it. Then once you have it, I already placed something here, but first of all, I already connected it. But first of all, what you need is go to the print setting. And you can see based on the USB port, you need to set it. The baud rate is 250,000. This is what we used. And in this case, I set the timeout as a max. So like after 300 seconds, the stepper motor will be disabled. And behavior, this is the default setting. And also even we don't have a hot end, so 26 Celsius will be fine. Then this is important part. The printer type is the Delta with the cylinder print shape. And this one, I don't know why this minimum is 75. Actually, this one says 75 and 75 as well, which means the total, the print area be 150 millimeter diameter and another diameter. Then the height will be 265. I know it's a little weird number, but based on this setup, and also later I'm gonna put the print bed, 265 millimeter is just good. But if you have a little shorter or longer aluminum extrusion, you may change it to 20 like 60 or 2070 or something like that. And the home, like many of times, the home will be X0, Y0, and Z0, but in this case, the home will be the max, which means when you do homing, it will move up and hit the end switch. Once you do that, you can apply and hit OK. Then you can start connecting it, but depends on sometimes if you see multiple USB, the actual weird thing is it sees it Arduino board as a USB modem, like it doesn't do anything, but still it says that. And hit OK. Then you can open the connection and go to the print panel, and you have everything here. When you do home all or home, it will do it. So I'm gonna start with the home all. If I do this one moves and hit the end switch, and this one's ready. And I just prepared just a sample G code. This one just put a circle here and just slice it. And in my case, I have another setting for the pen setting. So when I slice it, it will just draw concentric circles. And later I can start printing. But before that, if I hit run, moves, but also it says homing and it gives you the error code because it doesn't have, any the temperature sensor defect mark defect. So because we don't really need a temperature sensor, if you have one, you can install it. But if not, you can just hit continue printing. And I'm gonna start sharing my screen. It shows the progress. Then this happens. I'm gonna move it down, just touching and touching the bed. And now you can see temperature is okay, but and can you see this side is okay, this side is okay. This side is slightly, the pen is not really touching this side. Okay, can you see it? Around here. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is, I think this one's good because pen is super very sensitive. If you put the nozzle, especially the clay nozzle, it'll be fine. So what I'm gonna do for this side is here's the end switch, and I'm gonna bring the X wrench. Actually, I'm gonna move it down a little bit. Can you really see it now? Okay. And I'm gonna unscrew this. And I'm gonna move it down a little bit, not a lot, just a little. Just little. And I'm gonna put it back. Make sure it's securely fastened. And I'm gonna do a test again. Okay, now I think you can see better. I'm gonna hit home button again, so this one moves all the way to the top, and I'm gonna just move this paper to the side. Then hit the run button here. The same error code because we didn't install the temperature sensor. So continue printing. So this is better, but now can you see this side is also writing? Then what happens if for some reason this side is not quite touching? Sometimes it's because of the calibration, but also like you have to make sure the paper and the table and surface is very flat. And for this one, as I didn't set any retraction or something, so it's just drawing the lines. So now the side is slightly, its pen is not quite touching the bed. So what I'm gonna do the same thing. I think now this one, oh yeah, you can see it better. So I'm gonna put the wrench here and move it down very subtle. Okay, I think this one might be better. So I'm gonna show you the homing. Hit the home all button. Okay, now beautiful. It's touching everything and it is ready. So let me focus. Come on. Okay. Then I will move the paper to somewhere else. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. And I'm gonna do one more test. Okay, now this side is touching. This side is good. And this side is good too. Can you see it's almost perfect circle? And actually when you run it, actually you can actually almost listen to music because of the pitch from the stepper motor. I'm not sure you can really listen to the sounds, but it's almost like playing on music. Right? So I think this is pretty good, and those little subtle things will be fine. Uh, the last one is I found when I do the other test, it makes quite interesting sounds. So let me get the G code and let you listen to that. Okay. For this one, it's just okay. So I'm gonna just slightly move it, and I'm ready to go. And almost like using. Oh wait, it's not touching. Not sure you can really listen to it, but it's actually. Maybe I'm gonna take another video to play this music. But also, when you print it, you need to put your design in the very center here, and it will actually help you to get a better print result. Because if not, like things can be messed up a little bit. Also, depends on your print setting. Not like the Cartesian printer, it's not gonna because it's not using the just one stepper motor and one timing belt to move x-axis, y-axis, y here, and the z-axis up and down. So sometimes it's drawing a little kind of arch. So when you move the z-axis, it's not flat. Actually, sometimes it's drawing the arch like this, like this. A little arch will be fine. It doesn't really impact on printing clay. Although if you want to use the plastic, you have to really calibrate it super duper well. But for now, for clay, this will be fine. Uh, like this one, we are not using any, I'm also for clay, I'm not using any kind of auto like leveling thing because for the hot end, you do really need a good calibration for the clay, but it is okay actually. You don't have to have like super well calibrated printer. Also, the other thing is when you have like wires and other things here, you don't want to mess up with any dirt with like electronic things like wire and other parts, sensors and other parts. So I think this will be fine. So I think that it's ready to move to the next step, which is actually uh, printing clay. But for now, this is good. Maybe the next video, I'm gonna also show a little bit more about the slicer setting for clay as well. Okay.